Alright everyone, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be answering your Q&A questions from a few days ago. There's a whole lot of questions too, so I'm very happy, very excited for this. Let's get into it. First one comes from Ibrahim, not too sure how to pronounce your name, sorry about that. He asks, what is your name? Some of you might know this, but my name is Kaya. And of course I also go by Twingo, and I also have an old username by Piffolith, which I changed to Twingo when I started YouTube. A little bit of a bonus there. Thank you for the question. He also asks, how old are you and how you know your friends? 21 years old right now. I'm guessing you're talking about Harmon and NPC. I can't remember when I met Aaron, which is NPC. I think we became friends kind of around stunt races. So that was when, maybe 2016, 2015 maybe? And then I met Harmon when we were in middle school in grade 8. I think it was like a math class we had together. And just ended up being best buds. And eventually I think we just started doing some assignments together, maybe projects, and it kind of just took off from there. So pretty decent. And then NPC, Hamdan introduced me to him. We were playing GTA. I think it was just some free mode stuff. Eventually we were doing races and missions and talking together, and that was pretty fun. I think that was around 2016 or 2015 when stunt races came out, maybe a bit before that. Big Bang Zinga asks, how did you come up with the name Twingo? And what's your favorite video that you have ever made on your channel? For the first one, it wasn't anything too crazy. I was playing basketball with Harmon and our friend, and Uncle Slim actually. Harmon was getting us into, giving us a little YouTube pep talk, trying to get into it. I was going to use my old name Piffolith, but convinced me to change it. Time for a new one. So Twingo, and that's when I decided it, but I liked the name before that. There's this Instagram page that posted memes from 4chan from a car page on it. I never used 4chan, so I don't know what it's called. But there was a running meme with the Twingo. It's a very cute car, and I definitely agree. I think it's one of the best cars ever made. Just look at how happy it is. It's beautiful. I like that. I like the name. I didn't see many other people with the name Twingo, so I thought it was kind of original. And it's easy to pronounce as well. You don't have to be... It's either Twingo or Twingo, which is both pretty similar, so if someone mispronounces it, not a huge deal. I really hope Renault doesn't sue me at some point, but if not, we'll just do a quick change to something else. My favorite video that I've made so far is probably one of the recent manhunts I did. It's probably the Intruder versus Insurgents manhunt video. That was really fun to make. It was really late at night too, so I wasn't too loud, but I was still very excited for it. I had a lot of fun editing it. Armnun's new cat meowing in the background was a funny part of it. And I thought that one did pretty well. It didn't pop off too hard, but it was definitely one of the more viewed manhunts, so happy to see that. And also my outfit videos. Not my favorite ones, but they're pretty good. They have a lot of views. They're the most viewed videos on my channel, so I'm really proud of them. They're not my favorites. 9AZ asks, why is NPC such an NPC? I think that's just the way Rockstar created him. He's a pretty advanced NPC, but of course, still in his coding to be an NPC. So there's your answer. DN Deadly asks, where does my profile picture come from? This one I just drew on Adobe Illustrator. It's of course Arano Twingo, my favorite color. Razor says, I love you. Love you too, Razor. Shay Fitzpatrick asks, what is your credit card number and expiry and the 3 digits on the back? And what's your social security? My credit card number is expiry date and the 3 digits on the back are 6. My social security, I don't know that one. I'll have to get back to you. Thanks for the question. Marlo asks, what's my dream car? Now this question has always kind of stumped me because I'm a big fan of a lot of different cars. Of course, the Renault Twingo, the absolute greatest car in the world, the #1 pick. However, if I'm looking for something very expensive, a supercar perhaps, the Koenigsegg CC850, probably my maybe obtainable dream car, because that thing is crazy. I'm a big fan of the CC8 and the CCX, because those were the first cars I saw by Koenigsegg that really made me like them. I think I saw the CCXR on a supercar calendar. And the special thing about this car is that it has a regular gated manual transmission, and it also has an automatic mode, where if you just move it into another where a gear would be, it would just be automatic. So that's just more brilliant Koenigsegg engineering. So that's absolutely my dream car. If not that, maybe an Agera R. I'd have to settle for that one, you know. Any Koenigsegg I'd be extremely happy with. So that'd be my ultimate dream car. Something a little cheaper. I'd say a Porsche GT2 RS or a 911 by Singer, like what Alex Albon has, because those look amazingly beautiful. And I think those are based on the 964 chassis, which is so beautiful. It's very retro, but I love the way these Porsches look. So that's definitely one. Are pretty expensive though, so definitely something a little bit cheaper, maybe in like the 100K, under 100K range. I'd love a C6 Corvette. That'd be epic. I'd say those are my dream cars. Thank you for the question. Wanted asks, what car do you drive in real life? I don't really drive a car, but I do have a truck. It's a 1994 Dodge Ram 2500 with a 12-valve Cummins diesel engine in it. It's very nice. It's currently off the road because it needs to be inspected, but I'm working hard on it. I also have a 1971 Pontiac Acadian, pretty reminiscent of a Chevy Nova. That's pretty cool. I think it works, but it's a real gas guzzler. Definitely be driving it in the summertime. It's not the most reliable car, so not my personal favorite to drive, but it's very cool. It's got a 327 Chevy V8 in it from a 68 Corvette, engine swapped, in a 2-speed transmission, which is used for drag racing, I'm pretty sure. It used to be my dad's, and he took it to a drag race. He got a trophy for it. He didn't win, but he did the biggest burnout, so that's how he got the trophy. Thank you for the question. Get Crafting asks, what's my favorite car in the game? I'd have to say my favorite car might be the LM87. I think it's my favorite to drive. Currently, it has a bit of a speed glitch too, related to FPS on PC, so that also makes it pretty fast. No complaints there. It's a really good creation of the Mercedes C9, which is also one of my favorite race cars. One of the best sounding, best looking. So happy to see that in game. I think one of my favorites to drive though might be the Komoda, because I do like the Alfa Romeo Giulia GTA in real life, and especially my customization of it I did with the gasoline green color. Oh, it's beautiful. And it's 4 doors. It's very good for any kind of situation. So I'd say those two. My Still Mania asks, what's my favorite dinner food? I would say, can't go wrong with a steak. Nice prime rib, some mashed potatoes, fried asparagus, roasted carrots. That'd be perfect. That's a birthday dinner for me right there. Or I'd say any kind of barbecue. Definitely a meat person. So ribs, burgers, sausages, steaks, chicken, anything on the barbecue, especially veggies too, zucchinis, onions, peppers, carrots, corn. Just can't go wrong with this. If it has a bit of char and a bit of barbecue to it, oh my god. Yeah, steak dinners, 10 out of 10 all the time. Harmdan asks, what is my favorite Star Wars movie or piece of Star Wars media outside of the 6 Star Wars movies? Of course, discounting the sequels, they do look good. Episodes 7 to 9. I did enjoy them all, but of course they're really messy, unplanned, and pretty almost offensive Star Wars movies to fans before Disney bought it. Absolutely, Revenge of the Sith is the best movie, besides Empire Strikes Back maybe. I'd say that's 1, 2. But favorite outside of those, I'd say I'm really into the Clone Wars series right now, the TV show. I just played Jedi Fallen Order, and that was pretty fun, but it wasn't my favorite thing. I am really liking Battlefront 2, though. So Battlefront 2, probably my favorite game to play. I never played Knights of the Old Republic or anything like that. I'm excited to see what Star Wars Eclipse will be like. That seems like a big MMO kind of thing coming. But since you say Star Wars media, I'd say my favorite movie... I haven't seen Rogue One, and I haven't seen the Han Solo movie, so I don't know if I have a favorite movie, but I do like the first couple seasons of The Mandalorian. Wasn't a huge fan of season 3. I liked the Kenobi show. I didn't watch all of it. I couldn't get through Princess Leia rescue arc, which was the whole show, but had some very good visuals. I love the Darth Vader scenes. Pretty visually appealing. I'm really excited to watch Andor, because I've heard that one is like one of the best things to come out of the Disneyverse. So I'd say those. But since you said media as well, I'd maybe say there's a few fan animations. I think the remake of the fight scene between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader on A New Hope with the improved lightsaber effects and visuals and stuff, it's on YouTube. It's like a fan-made video, but that is incredible. So that's my favorite piece of media. But thank you for the question. Luke Santorelio asks, what is your go-to weapon wheel selection in GTA? In the pistol slot, I'd put the AP pistol, absolutely. In the SMG and machine gun category, if you can take one of each, I'd put the Combat MG Mark II. And maybe some kind of SMG. I don't ever use SMGs too much, but they're kind of fun. I'd like the assault SMG, I'd say. The assault rifles, I'd use the military rifle or the... I can't remember the name of it in GTA, but it's like the M16. It's one of the old M16 kind of guns, but that's fun to use. Sniper, heavy sniper, of course. Melee, I would say the combat knife is really cool looking. That or the baseball bat, I find it really fun to whack people with. Shotguns, the pump shotgun Mark II with explosive rounds, or the Spaz 12, the assault shotgun, I think. It came out with the gun van. The one that came out with the gun van is pretty fun to use, but the assault shotgun with the 30 round mag, suppressor, and full auto is unbeatable. Explosives, I'd say I'd pick the RPG probably. So I'm pretty good with leading shots, so I don't need the homing rockets. And the minigun's fun, but I think having more explosives to launch are better. And in the grenade slot, put the sticky bombs, definitely. Jake Crott asked, do you have plans for any subscriber challenges? Currently not really. I definitely do want to. It's a little tough with PC. I'm not really sure how to set up a lobby, so I'll have to figure that out. But definitely want to do that. I think some car meets would be really cool, where it can be kind of a themed thing maybe. Maybe some Japanese style things, or a certain era of cars. Maybe like just tuners, just muscle, stuff like that. But nothing's really set in stone right now, but definitely for the future. This is Zero's got 3 questions for me. First question is the favorite car. Have answered that before, but I'll say it again. It's the Twingo, of course. It's always going to be the Twingo, but if you don't accept that, it's the Koenigsegg CC850 engineering masterpiece. But since you asked again, I think I'll maybe give some different answers. I also really like the Ferrari 512 TR Testarossa. I think that'd be a very nice Ferrari to own. Of course, it's old, but I think it looks very nice. It's sharp and Italian. Oh! Speaking of Italian cars, I mentioned this in one of the stunt race videos, but the Lancia Evo 37, more specifically the remake of them by Chimera, I think that's how you say it, is a really cool remake of the car. I'm not sure how rare it is, but I'm a big fan of the Evo 37. I think it's one of the coolest looking cars. Pretty old too, but it's got a timeless look and design. So I'd absolutely get one of those. I think that'd be my favorite car. I love resto mod stuff. Second question, what are my top 3 movies or series? Favorite series, I'd say probably The Office. I've watched it maybe 20 times, the entire show. I just play it on Netflix whenever, on my phone whenever I'm in the kitchen. Just kind of a comfort thing, honestly. Just got it playing in the background while I'm cooking. It's just nice. But I've watched it so many times, I'm definitely tired of it. So that's going in number 3 for series. Number 2, I'd say The Last of Us, with the new one with Pedro Pascal. That was amazing. Definitely enjoyed that. That goes number 2. And number 1 series, I'm gonna say we'll put an anime, switch it up. Attack on Titan or Neon Genesis Evangelion. Those are my 2 favorite animes. Really excited for the next part of Attack on Titan coming out. So that's top 3 series, top 3 movies. Starting from number 3, Revenge of the Sith, my favorite Star Wars movie. Shutter Island, best thriller movie, blew my mind the first time. And I'd say Inglourious Bastards by Quentin Tarantino, number 1. That's my favorite movie by him, next to Reservoir Dogs. And everything about that movie is just perfect in my opinion. Third question, what is my favorite food? Definitely steak dinners, like I said before. But for breakfast, hash browns, eggs, sausages, sourdough bread. Eggs are over easy. That would be perfect for breakfast. But if I'm looking for something quick, probably like mee goreng instant noodles. Those are fire. Or maybe bananas. Thank you for the question. Cameron Eisenhuth. Hope that's how you pronounce it. He asked, do you have any plans for the future of your channel? Do you really enjoy making videos? Love the content. Keep pushing. Keep growing. Very nice. Thank you. I do have plans for the future of my channel, definitely. I'd love to branch out into other things eventually. For now, I think focusing on GTA 5 is definitely good. GTA 6 right around the corner, also very good. But there's many other games I like to play. I'd love to make videos on those. I think I'm going to try and build up more of an audience and eventually a nice personality that people like, and eventually maybe do some streaming as well. But I really like to pursue this as a career. I'm enjoying it so far, and after seeing Harmdon can turn it into a career, I believe I could as well, with his help of course, and it's looking alright so far. Do you really enjoy making videos? Of course I do. I really do. I do find like video editing to be pretty fun, especially when it's things I record. If you didn't know, I went to film school after I graduated. I did a foundations course, and during the video editing process of that, I did find it pretty fun. It was pre-recorded footage. I wasn't too passionate about that because it wasn't a movie I wanted to make, but I did make a little teaser trailer kind of thing at the end of my year. Harmdon also starred in one of my early short films where his cat gets stolen. Fun Easter egg there. If I can find it, I'll unlist it and maybe post it. But yes, I do enjoy making videos. Definitely the collaborative stuff I do with Harmdon and NPC, those are my favorites to make. And it is definitely a little tiring. It's a lengthy process, and there's a lot of going over, rewatching the video, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. Thank you for the question. Eastern asks, what content creators do you want to work with other than Harm and NPC? I'd say there's not too many that I do want to work with. I enjoy watching other creators. TGG is, of course, a great YouTuber. I'm sure he'd be fun to do a manhunt with or something if he wants to. But I'm not too much of a collaborative person, to be honest. I guess I haven't really done any yet, so I can't really say that. Maybe if we join some RP servers and I meet some other creators there, that'd be pretty cool. However, I don't really know. Honestly, I don't watch too much GTA 5 content on YouTube, so I'm not too sure all about all the creators out there. It's not really on my mind at the moment. Definitely in the future, I'm just not sure who yet. But thank you for the question. Wild Wolfwin asks, feel free to skip this if it's too personal, but how do you pronounce your name? I've heard Harm and NPC both pronounce it differently. And some general questions to favorite ice cream flavor, dream daily driver, favorite motorsport to watch, favorite driver team, and pineapple on pizza or not. So to answer the first question, my name is Twingo, of course. If you're referring to the channel name, it's pronounced Twingo. I'm known an NPC call me Twinge sometimes because I think someone commented on one of NPC's video and spelled Twingo with an E at the end instead of an O. So Twinge is cool too. My real name is Kaya, or Kaya, but it's pronounced Kaya. Favorite ice cream flavor? Can't go wrong with a nice vanilla with like a little bit of bean specks that you can see in the ice cream. Marzipan is pretty fire too. Cherry Garcia by Ben & Jerry's is my favorite by them. Chocolate ice cream? Honestly, I can't really go wrong with ice cream. I'm not a fan of peanut butter stuff. I actually had a matcha one I think a little while ago. That was like surprisingly good. Matcha flavored stuff is pretty fire most of the time. Dream daily driver IRL. I'd say something nice and comfortable, something that can do everything. Some kind of AMG. I know they have an SUV, maybe like a C. Oh, the AMG GT. The AMG GT 4-door coupe. 4-door coupe? Is that a thing? I thought coupe was only 2 doors. I don't know. That's the daily driver. Favorite motorsport to watch? Definitely F1. I think I'm considered a Drive to Survive fan. I'm definitely into the sport. Ferrari fan all the way. Sad to see him this week. I'm really excited for Monaco this weekend, actually. Really hope Charles finishes. And I could do without Red Bull winning this one. Hopefully Fernando can get pole or something. Or someone causes a safety car after Red Bull pits. That would be the dream setup, but happy to watch it either way. Favorite driver? Probably Carlos Sainz, actually. The smooth operator. He's my favorite. Pineapple on pizza is a yes, too. I'm a big fan of pineapple. I'm a big fan of sweet and salty things, actually. So pineapple on pizza is great. 100% factual. Applesauce and pork chops. If you haven't tried that and you like pork chops, you should try that. So thank you for the question. Papi Chulo Chad asks, what do you hope for in the next DLC? Also, what kind of car would you own from each category, such as JDM, muscle, and super/hypercar? For my hope for the next DLC, I'd love to see a proper cops and robbers type of thing. I'm still coping pretty hard with the Tuners DLC, not really introducing that. That was a while ago, but that'd be nice. I'd love to see us be able to steal cop cars or something, or make an undercover car, or like a police impersonator kind of car. That'd be cool. It'd be great for roleplay, great for videos too, I think, so I'd love to see that. Or anything with more businesses. Not really like the Acid Lab though. I'd like to see something kind of like the Agency where you get some missions with it too. It's a cool building that adds a lot that you can do with your daily life, but you get like a cool garage, cool kind of cars with it, the Amani Tech vehicles. You got the Agency missions with Franklin. That'd be nice. I'm hoping for something kind of along those lines. However, I'm not expecting too much because I think Rockstar is pretty busy with GTA 6 right now. Something like that for the summer would be super cool. Anything that can last, that can be fun for more than a week, I'd say. There's no replayability with the Drug Wars missions. That was my biggest thing with them. But yeah, thank you for the question. Kaylee Harris says, looking forward for all the content that is to come. So my question is, what was your first car? Technically, my first car was the Pontiac Acadian, but it wasn't too reliable. I needed something proper. So after that, I got a 2009 Subaru Impreza. It was white, had red mud flaps, super cool. Had an aftermarket infotainment screen, so easy to play music. It was Bluetooth, all-wheel drive, winter tires. It's a recipe for disaster for a 17-year-old. Crashed it into a bush on a snowy logging road because I was overconfident, just slid almost off a cliff actually, so that was pretty close. Popped the sidewall on 3 different tires from rocks from driving it on some more logging roads, and I popped a tire way up out of service. I didn't have the tool to unlock the wheel nut though. I didn't have like any kind of ratchet to undo the lug nuts to take off the flat one and put a spare on. And then my friend from school's dad comes from the bush with his truck and sees me with my friends in the middle of the road, and he's like, oh, do you need help? And he's got all the ratchets we need. So that was literally perfect timing. I had no idea what else we would do from that. We would have been stuck walking back 10 kilometers to our campsite in the hot July sun. Wouldn't be too fun. So yeah, lots of good memories with that car. Sold it after I bought the truck, and it's off to a better place. Thank you for the question. Gaming Shade asked me what got me into making videos, and I have to say it was definitely Harmdone. He was saying, let's make your own schedule, you're your own boss, besides YouTube paying you, of course. But you choose the content you make, choose when you upload it, pretty much complete freedom, and that's what I'm into. I don't really like working regular jobs. Sitting in a building for 8 hours, even at a desk for 8 hours, that would kill me. Sitting at my desk, however, with my computer, that's a little better for me. Can take breaks, get food in the middle of a workday, start in the morning, hang out with friends in the middle of the day, finish up at night. It's pretty perfect, and I enjoy doing it. So if I can make a living off of this, I'd be very happy. Also surround myself with YouTube all the time. I'm definitely a YouTube video watcher over a movie or show watcher, because I feel like there's such a wide variety. Can expand my brain a lot more by watching Whistling Diesel destroy Ferraris with his tanks and drive trucks into the ocean. Can learn lore videos about Star Wars, racing videos. One of the YouTubers that inspired me was Vanos Gaming. Grew up on him. He was my childhood YouTube hero. Started watching him during the Black Ops 2 days, which I think he deleted or privated a lot of his videos. I think it was for copyright reasons. He used an outro song for his videos, so that's sad. But I like his editing style. I loved his content. It was very funny. His crew and friends were a great bunch. H2O Delirious, Wildcat. I'm sure some of you know them. They're definitely who I look up to. KYR Speedy too, and Hit in the crew with Jehovah, Nobody Epic, Sidearms for Reason. Love those guys. I'd say those definitely my inspirations. Curry King Worst, my boy, has got a few questions for us. He asks, what other games do you play? Currently, I'm really into Star Citizen, Battlefront 2, a bit of Terraria. Yesterday I was playing some DayZ, some Arma 3 Exile with Harmdone. That was pretty fun. It's kind of boring though. It's a big walking simulator, but definitely enjoying some Assetto Corsa. I just bought a wheel and pedal and cockpit setup, so having lots of fun with that. I'd say those are my top picks right now. What are my hobbies outside of gaming? I definitely kind of like mechanical stuff, working on my truck and cars. Me and my friends go to a cabin a little ways in the forest from our town, so get to do some outside stuff there. Get to clear some bushes. I like doing some outside work, but I also really like staying inside, playing video games. So not too much. Honestly, I'm a pretty introverted person, so that's about it. What car do you drive IRL? Is it a Twingo? Did they even sell Twingos in North America? I don't. I drive a truck, like I said. It's not a Twingo. Hope to get one. I looked on like Kijiji and stuff. They go for like 30 grand though, so I think I'll have to save up a little bit for one. I don't know if they sold in North America. I think it might have been just Paris, just France maybe. If Rockstar added a Twingo to GTA, what should they call it? Great question. I think they should call it the Tango. I think that'd be a cool Rockstar kind of name for it. I'm not sure what the brand name would be. I'm not sure if Renault already exists in GTA. But the something Tango I think would be pretty cool. Love to see that in GTA 6. How old are you? I'm 21 years old right now. When did you start playing GTA? I got GTA 4 back in 2011, I think, for the Xbox 360. Wasn't at release, I don't think. Sometime after, but that's when I started playing GTA. Got GTA 5 on release. That was definitely the move. Which car is better, the Acia or the Seminole? I'll have to go with neither, and I have to say the Panto. Absolute god car. So thank you for the questions, Curry King. Raging Buddha asks, what game mechanic would you like to see added for GTA? For instance, he would like to see character mobility, like being able to lay down and crawl. I agree, that would be really nice to see, a prone and a proper crouch option. I'd say the movement isn't too bad in this game. I think the Red Dead 2 engine would be kind of perfect in a GTA scenario with the collisions and NPC kind of just actions. I'm not sure all the animation terms to use, but that'd be nice. Kind of like the vibe, the style of Red Dead 2, which is similar, of course, but better. And actually, just to say, I haven't played Red Dead Online yet, but in story mode, I like those animations. Not sure if it's different in online. Because in GTA, I think if you shoot someone, it's kind of just like a flinch back. So maybe an update there. And I'd like to see an NPC overhaul with a bit more health and they don't run away after everything. Maybe a bit more lines for them too. But thank you for the question. Red Lupo, my boy, asks, as someone who is also named after a small European hatchback, I would love to know why you chose the Twingo and the interests outside of gaming. So just to reiterate this one, I chose the Twingo because it is the cutest, best, highest performance, greatest car in the world. The happiest smile, it's the happiest car, it's just perfect. And the interests outside of gaming, watching motorsport, watching movies, watching YouTube, lots of stuff online, and then translating that to real life, I think. car videos turning into mechanic stuff, racing videos. Hopefully I go see a race at some point. It's cool to know about the Lupa. Didn't know it was made by Volkswagen, that's cool. Alright, and to finish it off, we have a bunch of questions by Kiss Attila? Not sure how to say it again, but here we go. What's my favorite series apart from Breaking Bad? Better Call Saul. But if it can't be in the same universe, I'd say... I think I'd pick Hot Wheels Acceleracers. That's like my favorite. I'd say that's my favorite series. It's like 4 movies. There's a feature-length movie, The World Race. That's my favorite movie. Scratch all the other ones I've said. That's my favorite. Yeah, it's a Hot Wheels series. Very cool. I'm in the process of collecting all the cars. Hopefully I can finish that. But yeah, definitely Acceleracers. Do you like sci-fi or fantasy more? I think sci-fi. I've never been a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so I think that's kind of Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings, sci-fi versus fantasy. So definitely sci-fi. What do you think of YouTube as a platform for content creating? It seems like a great platform. Of course, it has its problems. I've never been too interested in the YouTube politics, so I'm not sure about that. But it seems like a good way to go about it. It's pretty cool that they added shorts, I think. From a content creator's point of view, it seems like quick views. Seems like a easy way to get views and exposure, which is great for the start of a channel. Is this your first ever channel or have you had experience before? I guess so because of your mad editing skills. Thank you for the compliment, but it is my first channel. I did have one right before, but I never put any proper videos on. With the editing, I just like to watch other YouTubers who I kind of want to have a similar style to and see what they do, and then add my own little spin to it. And there's lots of tutorials on YouTube too, so I just look up whatever I want to do if I have a thought of something, and then just do it there. And the experience at film school with editing videos also helped quite a bit. What's your favorite game or challenge with the boys in the game? I definitely like doing the manhunts the most. It's always interesting, it's always exciting, it's never scripted, so you never really know what to expect. So that's probably my favorite thing to record. Are you planning to pre-order GTA 6? I've never been a fan of pre-ordering video games, but for this one, I think if I can get maybe early access with it, definitely. But I always do like to wait until reviews are out and to see gameplay for myself, which is what I encourage everyone to do. But with Rockstar, they're a pretty solid company, so I'd say I'd pre-order GTA 6. Have you tried out VR yet? I have. My brother has a VR. I haven't tried Half-Life Alyx, but I've played the medieval sword and shield kind of game, and Beat Saber, and Tarkov, I think it's Pavlov, I think it's called. Yeah, very fun. And I also like to use it on my racing games. In F1 22, it's really cool to drive an F1 car with the VR on. Isn't the Twingo one of the cutest cars ever made? Absolutely. Will it be a cult classic like the 205? Absolutely. I think it just needs a little more recognition. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you all so much for the questions. It was very fun to make, very fun to record, very fun to answer. Can't wait till I can do the next one. Next one I'll say probably come out around 5K. I think that'd be appropriate. So I'll see you all then. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave a dislike if you didn't. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and you like the content. And once again, thank you all so much. This really means so much to me. Really great questions from you guys. Thanks so much for asking. And I'll see you all in the next one.